Hey guys, you've probably heard of the new Champions League format. If not, I got you. There is a reason that European football is one of the world's most successful and popular sports. It never stands still. Since the inaugural competition known as the European Champion Clubs Cup kicked off in 1955, UEFA has continuously evolved and adapted the UEFA Champions League to keep pace with wider changes in the game. To ensure the new 2024-25 format will deliver the best for clubs, players and fans, UEFA based its design on extensive consultations with key stakeholders in the European football community. The final format, access list and calendar for European club competitions was approved on the 10th of May 2022, further to UEFA's decision of the 19th of April 2021 to introduce a new competition system. UEFA has clearly shown that we're fully committed to respecting the fundamental values of sport and to defending the key principle of open competitions, with qualification based on sporting merit, fully in line with the values and solidarity-based European sports model, said UEFA President Alexander Ceferin. I'm really pleased that it was a unanimous decision of the UEFA Executive Committee, with the European Club Association, European leagues and national associations all agreeing with the proposal made. Another proof that European football is more united than ever. How will the Champions League format change from 2024-25? The pivotal change in the reforms announced by the UEFA Executive Committee is the departure from the current format's group stage system. The present Champions League group stage includes 32 participants divided into 8 groups of 4. From the 2024-25 season, 36 clubs will participate in the Champions League phase, former group stage, giving 4 more sides the opportunity to compete against the best clubs in Europe. Those 36 clubs will participate in a single league competition in which all 36 competing clubs are ranked together. Under the new format, teams will play 8 matches in the new league phase, former group stage. They will no longer play 3 opponents twice home and away, but will instead face fixtures against 8 different teams, playing half of those matches at home and half of them away. To determine the 8 different opponents, the teams will initially be ranked in 4 seeding pots. Each team will then be drawn to play 2 opponents from each of these pots, playing 1 match against a team from each pot at home and 1 away. This gives the opportunity for clubs to test themselves against a wider range of opponents and raises the prospect for fans of seeing the top teams go head-to-head more often and earlier in the competition. It will also result in more competitive matches for every club across the board. How will the 4 extra Champions League group stage spots be allocated? Qualification for the Champions League will continue to be open and depend on a club's final position in the previous season's domestic league competition, combined with each association's position in the association club coefficient ranking. The basis of the access list will remain the same as for the current season, and the additional 4 slots available in 2024. 25ths will be allocated as follows. Slot 1. This place will go to the club ranked 3rd in the championship of the association, in 5th position in the access list, which is determined by the UEFA Association Club coefficient ranking. Slot 2. This place will be awarded to a domestic champion by extending from 4 to 5 the number of clubs qualifying via the Champions Path of the competition's qualifying process, which will consist of 4 qualifying rounds. Slots 3 and 4. These places will go to the associations with the best collective performance by their clubs in the previous season. That is the association club coefficient of the previous season, which is based on the total number of club coefficient points obtained by each club from an association, divided by the number of participating clubs from that association. Those 2 associations will each earn 1 automatic place in the league phase, European performance spot, for the club ranked next best in their domestic league, behind those clubs that have already qualified directly for the league phase. How will teams reach the Champions League knockout phase, and will the format for the knockout phase change? The results of each match will decide the overall ranking in the new league, with 3 points for a win and 1 for a draw still applying. The top 8 sides in the league will qualify automatically for the round of 16, while the teams finishing in 9th to 24th place will compete in a 2-legged knockout phase playoff to secure their path to the last 16 of the competition. Teams that finish 25th or lower will be eliminated, with no access to the UEFA Europa League. The new format, with all the teams ranked together in a single league, will mean that there is more to play for all the way through to the final night of the league phase. In the knockout phase, the teams that finish between 9th and 16th will be seeded in the knockout phase playoff draw, meaning they will face a team placed 17th to 24th with, in principle, the return leg at home. The 8 clubs which prevail in the knockout phase playoffs will then progress to the round of 16, where they will each face one of the top 8 finishers, who will be seeded in the round of 16. To strengthen the synergy between the league and knockout phases, and to provide more sporting incentive during the league phase, the pairings of the knockout phase will also be partly determined by the league phase rankings, with a draw which likewise determines and lays out the route for teams to reach the final. Now, from the round of 16 onwards, the competition will continue to follow its existing format of knockout rounds, leading to the final staged at a neutral venue selected by UEFA. All games before the final will continue to be played in midweek, recognizing the importance of the domestic calendar of games across Europe, while the final will continue to be played on a Saturday. Will the Europa League and Europa Conference League formats change from 2024-25 too? Yes, similar format changes will also be applied to the UEFA Europa League, 8 matches and therefore 8 different opponents in the league phase,